So I've wanted to make this video for quite a while, and the reason why I've decided to upload it today is because I was watching this other YouTuber who uploaded a video on the same sort of thing, which is Ark Survival Evolved dying and what is happening with it and stuff, and he just said some really good points, and I read through the comment section and there was lots of other big Ark YouTubers saying, you know, I agree with this, someone who uploads Ark quite a lot, and I sort of wanted to share like my side of the story with this game, and just I want to hear what you guys think about as well in the comment section down below, because I feel like this is a very big video, and as you'll see also in the background, I've actually got my first ever like end to a series. It was like the Ark finale, and the reason why I thought I'd do this is because it was when I first was playing the game, you know, when it was in early access for the Xbox One, and it was so much fun, and that's when I really decided to give this YouTube channel a go, and it is crazy to think how far we've come in 2 years time, and yeah, so I just want to thank everyone for showing some support. And if you wouldn't mind dropping a like and subscribing on this video as well, that would be absolutely amazing. So as I said, as you'll be able to tell by the title, this video is on Ark Survival Evolved, is it dying, and what can we do to save it? Now, if you haven't seen my video I last did, which was like a couple of hours from this video, it was on like a potential Ark Survival Evolved Battle Royale mode, and if many of you guys have followed the game for a while, you will know that there's already been like a Survival of the Fittest mode that was dropped by the developers, which was like a kind of Hunger Games Battle Royale mode, and my video was just like basically saying this could be a really good thing, a really good idea in Ark, to have like a different mode, just how like Fortnite works, so they've got Save the World as a PvE thing, and then Battle Royale PvP. Ark could have a, you know, a new side to the game, which is the way you can switch, just like where you switch from Primitive Plus to the normal game mode, maybe switch to Battle Royale mode and give it a try like that, and I feel like, you know, like that could actually save the game, just different ideas like this. I'm not saying just Battle Royale, but lots of different things could be done to save the game, and I just really would like this game to be able to carry on, you know, growing instead of dying, because currently my opinion is it slowly is kind of dying a bit, because that, you know, whenever I go onto the forums these days, all it is people saying I can't be asked to play this game anymore, there's too much lag, you know, everywhere I see people call it, instead of Ragnarok, people call it Lagnarok because it lags too much, and you just kind of think, you know, the main key point in the video that I watched the other day was just, was like him saying the game's developed from, you know, from early access to now in 2018, because mainly there's just been lots of new content, but the game, like the main bug fixes and stuff, really haven't been addressed. Now, don't get me wrong, there has been some big bug fixes that have been fixed, and I completely agree they have put in work there. But myself, I do believe that there still is, like, official servers are still quite unplayable. It, like, you know, and just, there's just so many other problems where dinos glitch out into buildings, you can slide through walls, like, just so many different problems with the game that still occur, and its full release. Now, if you haven't seen my video I did around about 2 to 3, I think it was 3 weeks ago now, it was like original Ark Players, you're going to want to watch this video, and it was talking about what do you prefer, early access or, you know, or what it's like now after full release in 2018, and most of the people said early access, but a lot of people were saying the game really hasn't changed at all from early access, apart from the sense of it's been enhanced for Xbox One X with the better graphics, and kind of, there's new content, as I was saying earlier, and now it's kind of hit a point where there isn't any more content being added apart from obviously DLCs and stuff, but there, you know, so there's, with Fortnite, and let's give that, I know I keep using that as an example, there's constantly new weapons, there's constantly new stuff being added to that, and don't get me wrong, there could get to a point where Fortnite may end up adding too much and going over the top, but they still have the potential of releasing new maps, new, you know, just lots of different ideas they have, you know, that's why they're in a very good place right now, and I don't feel like Ark is in a very good place. Now, you know, the main thing I want to hear from you guys in the comment section is obviously, is Ark, do you think Ark's currently dying, and what can, you know, what could be done to save it, and you know, just some other ideas of what could be released. Obviously the idea of having the Battle Royale mode, as I said with that video I did, but obviously there's meant to be the third expansion coming out in, it said spring, but then it wasn't spring because I think they just ended up changing it, so I don't know when that's going to be coming, but that's meant to be the third, you know, the third DLC, which is going to close off the story. But then also another point I saw in this guy's video that I watched, which is what I've covered already, is Wildcard are talking about having an Ark Survival Evolved sequel, like number 2. And I don't feel like that is the actual way they should do this. They shouldn't like sort of run away from the game, going from Ark Survival Evolved 1 and 2. They should just actually add some awesome stuff just to the main game at the moment, like having Ark Survival Evolved 1 with lots of just new things, like, you know, S Plus and everything like that, and there'll be so many more people playing it. They may have lost a lot of people that may not come to the game, but it doesn't stop, you know, it doesn't stop those players coming back because they see new stuff, they see improvement and things, because there generally isn't any improvement. And I feel like, you know, the devs of the game, they do talk about it a lot, and they talk about what's coming, but they do hide from a lot of key factors which people constantly tweet to them on the game. Now, you know, I've spoken to a lot of the devs on Twitter, and they're really nice guys, and they generally don't deserve, you know, the hate that they do get, because they do get some really like bad messages and stuff. But obviously, I feel like sometimes they should reply to some criticism that they don't obviously do, like, and if they don't even have to reply to it if they don't want to, but they can address it because they can see what that's like the most popular thing, the most popular problem, I couldn't even speak right now. So I just really want Wildcard to, I hope they've seen that video. You know, it's got like 400,000 views now, so you'd think that they may have. And even if they do see my video, just, you know, I would love if you just, you know, just listen to the community a bit more in a way, and you can see what the main problems are. And if there generally isn't a fix for something that, you know, that's happened in the game, then just let us know there's just no way to fix this. And I feel like a lot of the time Wildcard could get scared to the fact that if they said there's absolutely no fix for this, we don't know what to do, guys, then they would just lose loads of players because they just think it's never going to get fixed. But I don't think that's you know, I don't think that's a problem. I feel like that, you know, most things can be fixed in life, and I feel like there's always going to be a fix for a problem because other games do it. Every game, if there's a massive problem, they sort it out instantly, don't they? Fortnite had some glitches and some exploits in their game, and they sorted it out within 1 day. 1 day, an update was put out for the PC, the Xbox, and the PS4, and it was all done. Whereas with Ark Survival Evolved, where there's an exploit or whatever problem there is, it isn't resolved within, it's probably 3 weeks it takes, and then that update might get delayed, which takes me on to another point, which I don't think the other guy did cover in his video, which is their release dates and their ETAs. Fair enough if you put an ETA out, and because that is an estimated time, and then it gets delayed by a couple of days. But then, you know, Wildcard have had huge changes from, you know, ETAs changing to months apart. Like Aberration, the DLC, was said to be, you know, a way different time than it was, like, and it was months afterwards that we actually ended up getting it. So I feel like they need to be very careful with their ETAs. If they just put coming soon, then they don't have to worry because that people aren't expecting it on that day. And that's something I feel like they need to be doing more. They need to let people know what's going on with the community, what's coming up next. Fortnite have got a new, I know I've been talking about them constantly, but it's because they're the main game to compare to because they've done so well. They've got a tab where you can press RT, which many of you guys know, or whatever console you play on. It says new updates, and you can see what's coming up next. Whereas on Ark, you have to find out from us as YouTubers, which I don't mind doing because obviously, you know, you guys come to me to watch my videos, which is great because then, you know, more people watch, more people subscribe. But then Twitter seems to be the main thing, and not everyone has Twitter. You know, it should be on the main game. And don't get me wrong, they do have like, it's on the side what updates come out, but people can, you know, that's a great thing, but people want to know what's coming up, what wants to keep them playing. Like, they announced ages ago at TwitchCon, the last TwitchCon that happened, that S Plus was coming, which if you don't know what S Plus is, it's like a building mod in the game, and it was going to be actually put into it, and there's been no news on S Plus ever since TwitchCon. Absolutely nothing. We haven't heard a single thing from what's happening with the game there, with S Plus in the game, and then that's obviously just people constantly just sitting here thinking, where is it? And they get bored. And I just feel like the game itself, the way it's managed sometimes isn't the most, isn't the best way. And I don't want to I don't want you guys to send them any hate or anything, and because they really get enough of it already. And this isn't me sending them hate, it's just trying to help them. Like if they're just, because they must know that, you know, some of the problems they have, and there must be something stopping them from doing it. I don't really know, because I don't work for the company. But if other games can do it, why can't Ark do it? Why can't Wildcard do it? Because I don't want this game to die off. It's got such potential still. Like, I've been saying this game's got potential for 2 years. Ever since it's got released, it's, you know, it's had potential. So all they have to do is, you know, they've still got a chance now to, you know, to change things around before the game does actually end up being, you know, just completely a write-off, basically. The best way they can do this is by bringing new content constantly, because you can't tell me that that Wildcard can't release a new thing like just into the game every week like Fortnite do, and even if they don't, just every month to keep people going, because they do release updates, and obviously they've added creative mode recently, but there wasn't enough hype around creative mode. They needed to do a, you know, they've got a YouTube channel with a lot of followers, make a video talking about creative mode. You know, you don't have to show how it's done, because obviously there's people like me who will do that for you, for them, you know, free of cost. I just do it because it's on my channel. But you know, just saying, look, creative mode's been released. Back in early access, they were releasing video trailers every single every single time. Now, there was obviously patch version 278, a trailer did come out for that, so don't get me wrong, it was there. But on something as big as creative mode, they need to have like a whole new video on it, and I just feel they don't work with things the way they should. And don't get me wrong, it is their first game. They have time, Ark has been their first biggest thing, and you know, they may not know the right steps to take. But me as a developer, not as a developer, I'd love to try and get into being a developer, but it's very hard. Obviously, me as someone who, you know, I can still see what steps to take. If I was a developer, I would know what to do. But I know this has kind of come off as a sort of rant video, but it's not really a rant. It's me just wanting to, you know, give my thoughts on this situation, because this is quite a big deal for me, considering my channel is Ark Survival Evolved. Like, you know, I've built this channel off the game, and if that died, that would kind of be very bad for my channel, because I'd still have a lot of you guys here watching my videos, like still an amazing amount than I ever expected that I would get, because on my other videos, you know, they're still getting some, you know, a good amount of views, like Fortnite, and I'm really, really grateful for that. But obviously Ark is really where my, you know, channel has grown, and where what most of you are here for. So I would hate that to end up killing off my channel, because obviously the obviously the devs haven't done the best thing possible for the game to make it thrive and become bigger. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below on this matter. Is the game dying? And if so, what can we do to save it? What is the best thing Wildcard need to do to save the game? Tweet them this video, tweet at them saying we need something done now, because don't get me wrong, they may have a stable amount of people playing the game, but they could end up literally just, you know, slowly, instead of watching more players play the game, like come onto the game, they could be ending up just saying, you know what, we're in the right place right now, but slowly losing players as time goes on. But anyway, I'm going to stop this video here. Let me know what you think. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you are new to the channel if you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys later.